Let's talk about how to take stock of something to supersize and grow our business. This is actually a ledger that I keep track of all of the videos that I make since I think about 2018. I've just written down the reference number so that I can find those videos if I ever want to go back and look at a video. Now I'm going to admit I don't go back and look at my videos. I just make them and try to continually improve day after day after day. So how do we take stock in something? This is one of those expressions that's been around for a really long time, and it's got several different meanings. The first one that we often think of is livestock. Back in 1510, around 1510, livestock, or any collective way of measuring the amount or the property on a farm that was movable stock, like livestock, for example, or crops, was counted, and the term take stock of was applied to that. So that was way back in 1510. In 1761, it had a theatrical meaning where a troupe or a company would go from theater to theater, and they would often show up and play together and act together in a theater, and that was called stock. And they would, I don't know why they would call it stock, I guess it was just a way of performing. Then let me grab my notes, there's one more. In 1870s, about the 1870s, to physically count things in a shop or to take inventory became an application of the term to take stock of something. And then to regard as important, again, in the 1870s, figuratively, to take stock of something means to regard it as important. Realize that it's important, and what do we do with things that are important? We measure them, we count them, we keep track of them, we make sure that we're not losing inventory in our business. All of us, if we've had a business for any amount of time, have taken some sort of an inventory, taken stock, figured out what's there, what's important. We look at our assets and our liabilities for reporting purposes, for accounting, for keeping track of what's coming into our business, what's going out, so we know if we're profitable or not. There's a lot of ways to assess or take stock in the various aspects and various parts of our business. I like to do audits of each of the main functions of my business every year and look at the processes and systems we have in place, take stock, consider them carefully, pay attention to them, realize that they are important because they're what makes the whole business run smoothly together, and then continually improve those processes every year. So taking inventory, we do it on whatever frequency is required for our government reporting and for taxes. We think carefully about a situation when we need to solve a problem or we need to make a change in our organization. Say we want to add a new product line. We don't just willy-nilly decide to throw a new product line out to the market. We do some research, we take stock, we do some investigating, we find out if it's a good fit, if it's even anything that the people that we serve want or are willing to pay for. So we take stock in a lot of ways in our businesses. I've used this expression for decades now because I have been in the business world and in a lot of different businesses and industries, and all the industries I've ever been in have a way of paying attention to what's important, taking stock in and using information to make decisions, as well as counting and tallying, measuring things to know what we're doing, how we're doing, what our results are. So how do you take stock in your business? How do you take stock? How are you using this term and this idea either of auditing, counting, measuring, or paying attention to what's important, or gathering information to make decisions? Share in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, your experience with this particular idiom, and I will of course be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? How might you use it in your business right now? Take care.